right back into your community through grassroots programs that support your county, local farms, and our access to food grown in Georgia. Plus, their local agents are known for exceptional service and dependability. Call 877-404-1050 for a quick quote.
Do you have a young reader in your house? Encourage your young reader with a Launchpad interactive learning tablet.
The following is a presentation of WGAA Sports.
Base hit to right field, and the Lady Dawgs take the lead. Drag butt down the line. She's going to beat safe. Fly ball deep to left field. Back it goes toward the wall. It is a home run. Hit deep to left field. Back it goes to the wall. It is gone.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, WGAA, the Big Double A. This is Cedartown High School Lady Dawgs softball on the Big Double A, WGAA 1340 AM and now at 106.1 FM. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app. Let's head down to the field for today's action.
And good evening and welcome to Cedartown High School Lady Dawgs softball fans. It is a non-region contest here at CHS, the first of 3 in a row for the Lady Dawgs this week. Cedartown in action playing host to the Carrollton Trojans. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter here to bring you all of the live play-by-play action of non-region softball here from CHS. Lady Dawgs come into this afternoon's game with a record of 1-3 overall, while the Carrollton Trojans sport a record of 2-1 overall. They are 1-0 in region play, while the Lady Dawgs have yet to pick up their first region win. Carrollton comes in ranked first in their region, while the Lady Dawgs are 6th, and in the state rankings, Cedartown coming in at number 14. Or excuse me, that was the 2025 state rankings. Cedartown finished at number 14, while Carrollton finished 5th. Andrew, a very tough task ahead. As we know, with any Carrollton team, they are going to bring their A game, and the Lady Dawgs are going to have to counter with theirs as well.
Absolutely. This is going to be a tough contest for the Lady Bulldogs here, and you know they're in need of a win. They've had some tough games, some close games in the past couple of weeks, so we're going to see how they fare against a very tough Carrollton team. Let's listen in for the national anthem. Afternoon here in Northwest Georgia as the Lady Dawgs get ready to take the field as they battle against this Carrollton Trojan squad. Defensively, the Lady Dawgs have made one adjustment, it looks like, in the infield as we get ready to go around the horn for you. Shaylee Pittman is going to be in the center circle. She is going to get the start today for the Lady Dawgs, and as usual, it'll be Lexi Bennett behind the plate. From third to first around the horn, it'll be Waits, Haney, Holtze, and Aniston Davis will be getting the start at first base today over Tammy Barrett. And then from left to right, it's going to be Chloe Ramey, Mariah Westmoreland, and Emma Warren. A change from the lineup we were given. So it's instead of Aubrey Pittman, it is Shaylee Pittman. I wonder if that was done in, I don't know. Yeah. So there we go. The Lady Bulldogs taking the field. The Lady Dawgs wearing their all-white uniforms, trimmed in black.
black numbers, black letters outlined in red, Dawgs in script. Carrollton in black jersey tops trimmed in gold. Trojans in block letters across the front, and their letters outlined in gold, white letters, and the white pants with a black pinstripe down the side.
It'll be Ariana Harley, and Katie Thornton to lead things off here in the top of the first inning. And here to tell you all about it, my good friend and broadcast partner, Mr. Andrew Carter.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. And Shaylee deals to the plate, and it's high and tight. Did it hit her? Yes. So that's going to be the first pitch of the ball game, a hit batsman. And the Lady Trojans already in business.
Now, is that a pitch that just got away from Shaylee, or is that Shaylee trying to send a message early?
I think it just got away from her.
No message needing to be relayed, I don't think.
No message.
Of course, these two teams throughout history have a very extensive history with each other. However, here lately in the past probably, decade, 15 years, they don't see each other a lot.
Runner goes. It's a bunt popped up left side. It's caught. And we don't throw to first base. So no double play there. We'll be out number one as the bunt was popped up to the left side. Third baseman Emlyn Waits makes the squeeze. And that'll be out number one.
Good first out for the Lady Dogs there after you hit the first batter of the game with the first pitch of the game. Good way to come back and counter that bunt attempt with to pop it up and then making the squeeze. So that is going to bring up Katie Thornton. She'll come to the plate with the runner over at first base and one out in the inning.
We'll see if Shaylee can get out of the corners are playing in on her.
31-3.
They've already been pretty aggressive running. There's a called strike over the inside corner, 0-1.
A warm 89 degrees outside here at first pitch with a heat index that makes it feel more like 94.
Well, I told you the other day, I mentioned this on the air this afternoon and to you off the air, Sam. At least it's not like yesterday. Yesterday was one of the hottest days this year. That one pitches low, throw goes down to second base. Good throw, but a better jump there. And Harley reaches second base. Brianna Harley with a stolen base, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
A very good jump over at first, like you said, and it was a great throw down to second base from Lexi Bennett, just not in time. So that will even up the count at 1-1 on Thornton with the runner swiping second base.
By the way, the flag in center field is blowing straight in from the northwest. Hit in the air deep to right center field. Emma Warren goes back. It's going to be at the base of the wall. It's going to give Carrollton a lead. The throw comes into the infield and to the center of the circle. And it's going to be a 1-0 lead for Carrollton on the RBI double to right field.
One thing that I have noticed early, we saw it on that play and we saw it in a previous play where Emlyn Waits was able to make the grab on the bunt that was flied up to her. No extra throws so far from this defense. They could have potentially tried to make a throw to home, but Riley Holtze very wisely just got that one into Shaylee Pittman.
Carrollton 1, Cedartown 0. And that pitch misses high and away for ball one.
If I had to assume, I would say that is something coming directly from Coach Josh Smith in ways to try to eliminate unnecessary errors, and you can do that by eliminating some extra throws. Just be smart with the softball.
1-0 pitch on the way, hit in the air to the left side, down for a base hit. Chloe Ramey will play it on a hop and hold runners at first and third. That is hit number 3, I think, of this inning.
So this will bring up Zion Blakeney. She is the backstop for this Trojan squad. She'll come to the plate with runners at the corners and just one out. 1-0 already your score. Carrollton striking first here in the top of the first inning from CHS.
And another scoring opportunity here. Thornton at the third base corner. Johnson over at first base. And Shaylee Pittman looking for that second out here. And the pitch is high and away, ball one.
Great job, Z.
You might hear a familiar face down or familiar voice down on the field. Former Lady Dogs head coach Jamie Monroe is an assistant coach over for the Carrollton Lady Trojans. It's good to catch up with her for a moment before the game started. 1 ball and no strikes on the way, and it's up. Ball 2.
Carrollton off to a good start for the 2026 campaign. Their last game was yesterday where they picked up a
win over the Lambert Longhorns by a final score of 6-2. Their only loss on the card so far at the hands of the Rockmart Yellow Jackets.
There's a called strike. Throw goes down to second base. They actually threw it over to the shortstop side to make sure the runner from third would not advance home. And it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Runner now at second.
Now anything into the outfield could potentially plate 2 runs for the Trojans here instead of just the one from third.
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 2, evens up the count.
Very big cut there from Blakeney. She liked that pitch, but it looked like it was a little off the plate. Just couldn't get out there and make contact with it, so that'll even up the count. A good opportunity here for Shaley to pick up her first strikeout of the game and the second out of the inning.
That pitch misses outside, full count now 3-2.
I think she went to a very similar pitch with that one. She just moved it a little more out of the zone, and Blakeney, patient at the plate, did not chase it the pitch out.
Full count, first base is open. 1 gone in the inning and a run is in. The pitch hit on the ground up the middle, gets through for a base hit. 1 run will score, and it's a 2-0 lead for Carrollton. Just got past the glove there of Hulsey at second base, and Carrollton 2, Cedartown nothing.
Hulsey was ranging to her right to the second base side, and she had to make that snag on the run, and it just, like you said, squeaked underneath her glove there. And a good play by Mariah Westmoreland to back her up quickly and to get that in.
Coach Johnson out of the dugout to have a talk with Shaley Pittman. As I mentioned before, Aubrey Pittman was the starter in the circle listed on the lineup, and then I guess a last-minute change put Shaley out there. Shaley has struggled here early.
And this is a very good Carrollton team, a good hitting team, one that approaches the plate with a lot of discipline. And so any deviation from being on your A game, they're going to be able to open that up and exploit it and go after it. So this is going to bring up Riley Rucker. She'll come to the plate. Again, runners on the corners and still just 1 out, 2 runs across so far. Carrollton out to a 2-0 lead.
And 2 runs on 3 hits so far in this inning for the Lady Trojans. First of 3 games in a row this week for the Lady Bulldogs. Shaley deals, and it's a strike. Throw goes down to third. The throw bounces away from the bag and goes in the outfield. It's going to be an E2 rather on the throw from Bennett, and it's going to be a 3-0 lead for the Lady Trojans.
Yeah, she just was not able to get it where she wanted it to go. Just not a good throw down to third base. Nothing Emmeline Waits could do with it.
Here's the pitch. Strike called.
Courtesy runner came in for Carrollton, number 17. I believe that says Avery Havison. So she is the runner out at second base for the Trojans.
No balls, 2 strikes, 3 runs in for Carrollton.
Be tough in battle.
And that pitch, a called strike 3, got the corner call for out number 2. That's the first strikeout for Shaley.
And I tell you, Rucker did not like that call at all. It did look a little up and away, but Old Blue did us a solid there. Rings her up for the second out of the inning. So this is going to bring up Peyton White, the designated player, the 7th batter to come to the plate for the Trojans here in the top of the first inning.
She's got to be close to 6 feet tall. She is got some height on her. She has a big home run cut and swings and misses for strike 1.
Stay on top of it. All right, Peyton, be ready. Be ready.
Hey, have some fun, Pete. Have some fun. 034, 034. Go, Pete, up.
Here you go, Peyton. Here you go, Peyton.
That pitch misses away.
Carrollton bringing a good contingent of fans. Cheer on their Trojans, and of course they go everywhere in style. The big charter bus parked out beyond left field.
1-1 on the way. Swung and fouled back to the netting, and it's 1-2.
If you had to guess, how many of those buses do you think they have in their fleet? Well, you got to think for football Friday nights, they've got to have at least
4 or 5,
because they've got to have at least probably 3 just for football.
Oh, yeah.
If you count the cheerleaders, the band, and the football players, they may even go out to 4 or 2 for the football players. Well, they also have a pretty large band, so the band may require 2.
1-2, called strike 3. Got her looking for out number 3. But 3 runs come across on 3 hits. We head now to the bottom half of the first inning. It is Carrollton 3 and Cedartown coming up when we come back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
3 runs on 3 hits and 1 error, 1 left aboard for the Carrollton Trojans as we head to the home half of the first, trailing. Cedartown will send Shaylee Pittman, Briley Holtze, and Mary Grace Haney to the plate. Lady Dogs in desperate need of a win after picking up a win in their season opener against Temple. They have struggled against Cartersville as well as the Cass game, and then once again struggling on the road against Allatoona. Time is called as I think Carrollton was getting some adjustments ready for their pitcher, and now we're ready to go. Pittman in the box. She will lead things off here in the home half of the first inning.
And the pitch on the way is taken upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
These all-white uniforms for the Lady Dogs are clean-looking uniforms. I really like them, especially with that white helmet.
Here's the pitch on the way to her. It's upstairs. So 2 straight and missed, 2 balls and no strikes.
When the season started, Cedartown had all white helmets with just the red outline of a bulldog on one side. They have since added the Cedartown C in the middle of the helmet and numbers as well.
Looks fantastic. Grounded foul toward the home dugout, 2-1. Left side of the infield.
Saw a video today on Facebook, not while I was working, of course, while I was on my lunch break. And
you would never admit.
Absolutely not.
Other way.
And it was a couple of guys that were judging helmets in certain conferences.
2-1, an all-speed pitch hit on the ground. Diving stop at third. Throw bounces over to first, but not in time. It'll be an infield hit for Shaylee Pittman. And got to credit the third baseman over there. She made a great diving try. Yeah, and really probably saved a double, honestly.
Yeah, Peyton Johnson playing the hot corner, and that's exactly why they call it that, not just today, but every day of the season. And that had extra bases written all over it. This will bring up Briley Holtze. She also has extra bases written all over her. A speedy runner.
Holtze takes a called strike over the outside corner.
If you had to very objectively determine what SEC school had the best helmet in the conference, what would you go with?
There's a ball hit to the gap in left center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Throw will go over to third base. It was fielded quickly over there by the center fielder in left field, but it's going to be a double for Briley Holtze, and Cedartown has second and third with nobody out.
Harley made a heck of a dive at it from her spot over at left field, Brianna Harley, that is. And that almost had Sports Center written all over it. Great play by Tessie McQuarter, the center fielder, to come over and back her up and get that in quickly. And this is going to bring up Mary Grace Haney. Runners at second and third, nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning.
First pitch on the way to Haney. Swings and misses on a big breaking ball for strike 1. So back to your question about the helmets.
Best football helmet in the SEC conference, objectively now.
I mean, if you're going with classic look, you got to go with Alabama with the numbers on their helmets. First, the 0-1 is high for ball one ball and one strike. And if you're going traditional as well, LSU, very traditional look.
I have two that are right up at the top.
And then Georgia with the G on their helmet, a very clean look as well.
You've already said one. Of
LSU?
Yes.
Yeah. The 1-1 pitch is on the way. And here it is. Driven hard but fouled down the left field line, strike two.
I would say my other one, and this might come as a shock to you, I really like Texas A&M's helmet.
Yeah. I forgot about them. I know they're part of the SEC now, but
the big block
I just don't think about
with
it.
With the A&M on each side of it.
And maybe Texas with the Longhorn, but here's the 1-2, bounced up there. It's 2-2. Now, of course, Tennessee, if you like Tennessee's look, it's a very classic look, that big, gigantic T.
Now, if you were going to also throw in there alternate helmets, Ole Miss's powder blues.
Yeah, that's a pretty good
that
look
That would be numero uno if that was their everyday helmet.
2-2 pitch on the way to Halsey. Ground ball to third. The throw will go over to first quickly. It will score a run from third as Shaley will touch the plate, and it's a 3-1 score, an RBI ground out by Mary Grace Haney.
A very productive out by Haney. Puts the Lady Dogs on the board. Also moves Halsey over from second to third. And now you've got one of the best bats in the Lady Dogs lineup all season long, Chloe Ramey, coming to the plate. Opportunity here to cut this lead to 1. Not only is it important to get back in this game early, but I also think it's important to make a statement to this Trojans team.
Hit on the ground to first base and right through her legs, base hit. Here comes Briley Halsey to score, and it's a one-run ball game, 3-2.
Halsey easily in as that ground ball got through the legs of Taylor over there. Just misplayed it. Went right through the wicket.
And in all honesty, that's probably going to be an E3. It probably should have been picked up there, but one-run ball game and a chance to keep it on going.
Our game changer's not giving anybody an error today. So this will bring up Lexi Bennett. Bennett to the plate, runner at first, 1 out.
Pitch is high.
2 runs already across for the Lady Dogs. It's a 3-2 score here in the home half of the first.
Well, I had to come back to Cedartown's game changer because Carrollton's was not updating in the bottom half of the first. So here we are. 1-0 to Bennett. Cut and a miss on an off-speed pitch.
Game changer, I think, can be finicky at times.
No comment.
Bennett needs to reapply a little super glue to that C on the front of her helmet. It's starting to peel off.
1-1 on the way to Bennett. Hit on the ground toward third base. It is a fair ball. They go to second for 1. Safe at second. Great job there by Chloe Ramey, sliding hard into the bag, and she beats it out. The throw got there at the same time as the base runner, and she's safe. It's going to be an infield hit.
Well, you know, we say it all the time. That's why you make contact. You put the ball in play and force the other team's defense to make a play. And Johnson over at third base made another good play. The throw might have been slightly high to second base, but then you have Chloe Ramey just coming in there hard and a good slide, and that'll put everybody safe, and it'll bring up Mariah Westmoreland, who is the 6th person in the lineup to bat.
Gracie Andrews out there to run for Bennett. She's at first base. The pitch. Squares to bunt, lays down a beautiful bunt over to third, and over to first base. They got her by a half step. Runners move up second and third, and now there's 2 outs. Great placed bunt there by Westmoreland. Almost got a base hit out of it.
Well, and you know, we've been waiting on that to kind of happen for Mariah. We know that she is very capable of that slap bunt. We also know that she's capable of hustling down the line, and she just hasn't had a good opportunity yet this season to make contact, and there she does, and it does exactly what you want it to do. This will bring up Waits.
Waits checks her swing, and it's a strike called.
Emmeline getting the start back over at third base again, where she has been the majority of this season. She did get the start over at first base against the Buccaneers in last week's loss to Allatoona.
And it's to Davis getting the nod for first base in this game. She's on deck. 0-1 on the way, high and away, 1-1.
Cedartown a swing away from either tying this ball game up or potentially taking the lead after falling down 3 runs in the top of the first inning.
1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Slow pitch, a called strike 2.
A heck of a pitch there by Key. Went something way off speed on it, had Waits completely confused as she'll call times and step out of the box. And she's going to have a chit-chat very quickly with head coach Josh Smith.
Well, that's a pitch if it's in the right spot. I mean, you can hit it hard, maybe a ground ball through the infield if you can get good contact with it, but she's probably going to come back with something faster here. We'll see what she does. 1-2 with 2 outs, a 3-2 lead for Carrollton. 2 runs in for Cedartown. It's high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah. A good take there by Waits. But you got to protect here with the count being 2-2. Last thing you want to look at is strike 3 come across the plate to end the inning with 2 runners aboard.
2-2 pitch to Waits. Tapper towards second base, should end the inning. Stumbled for a moment, did Rucker, but she throws to Taylor to get the 3rd out. But Cedartown will put 2 runs across with 3 hits. Probably 2 hits. But we'll figure that out later. We head to the 2nd inning. Cedartown trailing Carrollton 3-2 back after 60 seconds on the Big Double A.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
2 runs on 2 hits and 1 error, 2 left aboard for the Lady Dogs. They cut the lead to 1 as we head to the top of the 2nd inning.
Taylor will lead it off for Carrollton. Shaylee Pittman gave up 3 runs in the top of the 1st inning. There's a ground ball hit to first base. Aniston Davis will field it and take it to the bag unassisted. 1 gone, 1 pitch, 1 out.
9-1-2 due up for Carrollton. So now we'll go back to the top of the order. No, excuse me, it was 8-9-1 as McWhorter will come to the plate.
So McWhorter digs in there with Taylor retired on the ground out to first.
With that solid play out in center field earlier in the game.
That one fouled off to the right side for strike 1. 0-1 the count now to the batter.
As we said, the first of 3 straight non-region games for the also face off against the Tryon Bulldogs and the Model Blue Devils.
Model tomorrow, Tryon Thursday. Fastball missing low, 1-1.
And then Football Fridays return this Friday as Cedartown Bulldogs will begin the 2026 campaign here at home, playing host to the Ridgeland Panthers.
1 ball, 1 strike. Shaylee to the plate. Swing and a miss. It was not held on to. Didn't matter anyway because it was strike 2. 1-2 the count now to McWhorter. 3 runs, 3 hits for Carrollton, 1 error. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Cedartown. Shaylee looking for her 3rd strikeout, and it's going to be a ground ball to second. And Hulsey deals and throws over to first in time for the 2nd out. 2 ground balls to the right side of the infield. No problem for Cedartown's defense.
We'll go back to the top of the order now. It's Brianna Harley. She was hit by the very first pitch of the game and would later come around to score the first run for Carrollton. So Harley will climb into the left-handed batter's box and get ready to go to work.
Pitch on the way. Rounded that one foul for strike one.
If you had to give a best helmet across the board for college football, where would you go with that? I mean,
that's a toughie right there.
That's, you know, that's getting aggressive, but
0-1 on the way. Strike called. It's 0-2.
I'll have to give you some time to ponder that one. Because as I asked you that question, I also don't know the answer for myself.
Well, you know, I'm telling you, the Georgia helmet just looks good. I mean, red with an oval and a black G in it. It just looks good.
I think that's a very biased answer, though.
Okay, whatever. 0-2 on the way is fouled off. But my number one answer would be Ohio State.
See, I don't.
The classic silver helmet.
I'll tell you one that I like, and this is gonna be a real curveball for you because I dislike this team.
Oregon?
Close. I really like USC's helmet.
I see what you mean. That one just missing off the plate for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shaley wanted a strike out there, did not get it. But yeah, I can see that. Now,
I think they also have probably one of the best fight songs.
Well, they do, and I think honestly USC does have one of the coolest uniform combos too. I mean, you gotta love the gold pants and the red jersey. That's a foul ball down the left side. So
you know who has a very underrated uniform and color combination? Again, a West Coast school, actually in the very same town, UCLA. That kind of baby blue and gold together. I think that's a good combo. Back to the game here, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody on, 2 outs.
1-2, just outside.
Again, Pittman wanted that strikeout. She was working the outside part of that plate, just missed there. That'll even up the count at 2-2. You'd love to have a 1-2-3 inning here if you're the Lady Dogs.
You would love that. 2-2. Roll to third base. Throw to first. Good play. Good throw across the diamond there. Waits to Davis for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down go the Lady Trojans in the second. We head now to the bottom half. It's Carrollton 3, Cedartown 2. 60-second break after this.
Every great team is built on tradition, trust, and showing up when it matters most. That's the same legacy the Gamage family of Gamage Funeral Home has built both on the field and throughout our community for over 75 years. For generations, they've worn the red and black, cheered on our Bulldogs from the stands, and stood by their side during life's toughest moments. When your family needs compassionate care from people you know and trust, choose Gamage Funeral Home. Gamage Funeral Home, the home of thoughtful service.
Visit Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings to get high-grade performance straight from the commercial Maytag washer assembly line. The Maytag commercial-grade residential washer features a robust build that brings rugged durability to your home laundry room. Shop now at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings and bring home the power of Maytag. Stop in at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings, 539 West Avenue in Cedartown, 770-748-7936 or rudywoods.com.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
A 1-2-3 inning for Shaylee Pittman in the top of the second inning. We'll keep it a 1-run game as we head to the home half of the second. It is 3-2 here at CHS. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Lady Dogs. Aniston Davis to the plate for the first time tonight.
And he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Our balls and strikes on the screen are acting up today. It started her with a 2-0 count. I'll take it, though.
I'm going to blame that on the heat.
I will. Yeah, me too. Here's the 0-1. Called strike 2, right there on the outside corner. One of the things that really doomed Cedartown in that game against Altoona, besides the 2 big innings, was the lack of ability to score runners in scoring position, especially in that 7th inning when you had the bases loaded, nobody out. Called strike 3 outside corner. That might have been ball 1, but they do get the strikeout for the first out.
Well, and that was something that plagued the Lady Dogs against Cartersville as well. If you go back and you look at that game, Cedartown, multiple opportunities with multiple runners on base to push some runs across and just could never get things going when they needed to. This will bring up Emma Warren, number 9, hitter in the lineup, getting the start out in right field today.
Emma had a couple of good at-bats in that game last week. There's a ground ball foul toward the Cedartown dugout. Actually ricochets into the dugout. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, Warren picked up a couple of RBIs in that loss to the Buccaneers on the road Thursday. Looking to continue with the hot bat here this afternoon.
No balls, 1 strike.
Long look into the dugout by Key for Carrollton. Now she's ready.
And Key deals and gets the called strike 2 over the outside corner.
I tell you what, she is absolutely painting that outside corner away from the right-handed hitters.
If you're going to get that call, live there.
Oh, absolutely. That's kind of one of those you go there until he doesn't give you the call anymore. It's kind of like when you got runners on base, run until the catcher throws you out.
0-2 pitch. Tried to go there again, and it was too far out that time, 1-2.
That was definitely out of the zone. Good eye there by Emma not to chase that one, even though you know that she's in protect mode now with 2 strikes in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody on, 1 out, bottom of the second inning.
1-2 pitch from Key. There's a little base hit, flared shot that hits the edge of the dirt right behind second base. And that'll be a 1-out single there for Emma Warren. Good piece of hitting right there.
And that also turns over your lineup, gets you back to the top of the order to Shaylee Pittman with a runner on. And you know what she can do with a bat in her hand. Opportunity to drive that runner over, put her in scoring position, and see if we can't tie this game up here in the bottom of the second inning.
Warren does represent the tying run.
Also have a really good bat in the on-deck circle in the form of Briley Holtze.
Key looks in with the runner on first and 1 out. The pitch. Called strike. Outside corner, low and away, but got the call.
Shaylee 1 for 1 with a run scored.
Shaylee with that wide open stance. Key to the plate, line drive, left field, base hit. She was looking for that for a certain pitch to hit, and Sam, that was it right there. She laser beamed that in left field.
Well, just teed off on that one from Key. That's one of the best hits we've seen Pittman so far this season. And now that'll bring up Riley Holtze. As we said, a good bat as well. She's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Runner in scoring position in the form of Emma Warren out at second base. A speedy runner at first in the form of Shaylee Pittman.
And she'll swing and foul that one at the plate. 0-1. Atlanta Braves play their second game of the series versus the Minnesota Twins tonight, 7:45 first pitch. Looking to bounce back from their loss yesterday, 4-2. Tough first inning for the Bravos. 0-1 on the way. Hit in the air to left field, and it will be caught. Everybody will stay put. That'll be out number 2.
That unfortunately seems to be a reoccurring theme here lately for Atlanta. First rough inning.
Well, and that was all the offense for the Twins. After that, they were held scoreless. And one of the guys that held them scoreless was designated for assignment today, Tyler Kinley, to make room for A.J. Smith-Shalver, who's been called back up from AAA.
Mary Grace Haney now in the box. She's 0 for 1. She had an RBI out of a ground out in her last at bat.
Haney will take a strike right over the plate.
Hey, get yours. Let's go.
Carrollton 3, Cedartown 2. 2 on, 2 out.
There you go, Dave. Let's go. Let's go, Wise. Let's go, Wise.
Key with 32 pitches.
Let's go, Wise. Let's go, Wise.
0-1. Threw that slow breaking ball, but it missed upstairs. 1-1 the count.
That's a really good pitch from Key. She just wasn't able to get that one to drop into the zone like she wanted to, just missing a little bit high.
If that one's a little bit lower, it might be a pitch you can really hit hard. But it missed up. 1-1 from Key. Popped up to the shortstop. It will be playable for Thornton. And the catch is made, and Cedartown strands 2 runners here in the bottom half of the second. Cedartown trailing Carrollton 3-2 as we head to the third inning. Back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-priced national brand name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
This is Andy Harris, president of Coosa Valley Credit Union, inviting you to come see us for your auto loan needs. If you're buying a car or refinancing your current auto loan, at Coosa Valley Credit Union, you'll get one of the lowest interest rates in the market. Now, auto loan rates are as low as 3.99 APR when you open an account with a direct deposit. Coosa Valley Credit Union is local and nearby in Northwest Georgia. Plus, you'll always speak to a real person when dealing with us. That's what we call kinder banking.
Contact 706-235-8551 for more details. Equal opportunity lender.
Lady Dogs Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
We head now to the top of the third. It is a 3-2 lead for Carrollton over the Lady Bulldogs. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Lady Trojans. 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for the Lady Bulldogs. And with more play-by-play action, here's Sam Branch.
Thank you, sir. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Trojans. It'll be Ariana Harley, Katie Thornton, and Peyton Johnson. Pittman gets the call in from the dugout, and the first pitch on the way to Harley is in there, called strike 1.
The thing with Shaylee, Sam, is she just needs to get zeroed in, and when she gets zeroed in, she's a beast. And when she throws pitches like she just threw right there, if she can do that consistently, she's going to have a lot of swings and misses or pitches taken.
Missed outside. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Didn't miss by much either.
A massive difference in Shaylee's performance when she is able to get ahead of hitters in the count and when she is behind hitters. If she can get a first pitch strike, she's typically on her game. The 1-1 there is chopped foul down the third base side, so that'll take the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on the right fielder for the Trojans, who is 0 for 1.
Well, that's typical of any pitcher, Sam. I mean, at any level. I mean, from Little League to Major League Baseball, that's the way it is. You get ahead in the count, your chances improve of getting them out.
That pitch missed well out of the zone high. That'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Harley back in the left-handed batter's box, ready to go with a 2-2 count. Again, Pittman will consult the wristband, and now she's ready to go. And the 2-2 on the way to her is going to miss outside. That'll run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pittman with 2 strikeouts on the afternoon so far. She's got a full count here and a payoff pitch due to Harley. And here it comes. And that one is chopped to the right side. It'll be a play for Holtz. He takes a big bounce and gets away from her. And so Harley is going to be aboard, and we'll see how they score that.
That's got to be an E4. I mean, that's a play. I know it took a funny hop on her, but you just got to get your body in front of that ball and use your body to stop it, and that's going to be the second error of the game.
So that'll bring up Katie Thornton, who is 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. Shortstop climbs in the box and is ready to go to work against Shaylee Pittman with a runner over at first base and nobody out. Top of the third inning here from CHS. First pitch on the way from Pittman. Cut on and missed. Strike 1. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, 106.1 FM, AM 1340, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and the NFHS Network.
33-2, 33-2.
And here comes the 0-1 from Pittman. And that misses upstairs, ball 1. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike apiece.
And Shaylee was hoping for that clean inning like she had in the second, but not to be in this one.
A really good 1-2-3 inning for Pittman in that second. The 1-1 on the way, and that misses well upstairs. Runner goes, throw down to second, and she just beats out the tag, does Harley, and she has swiped second base. Lexi Bennett's throw has been about a quarter second late every time she gets it down. The Carrollton runners are getting good jumps, and that was the perfect pitch for Harley to run on, as that one pulled Bennett out of her stance, and she had to kind of come down and plant before she could throw. Here comes the 2-1. That one again missing upstairs. Ball 3 now to count.
I mean, the throw was right there. I mean, it was in the right place to get the tag out, but it was a little bit late getting there, and that was the difference.
3 balls, 1 strike. 1 on, nobody out. Pittman looks in. And the pitch. Hit to Waits at third. She will field, fire to first. After she looked the runner back at second, the throw is in time, and that'll be the first out of the inning, and it retires Thornton.
Yeah, Sam, that was an excellent play.
Yep.
She looked the runner back, took her time to throw, and a good job there by Annie over there at first base to take that throw and keep her foot on the back for the first out.
So that'll bring up Peyton Johnson. Johnson 1 for 1 with a run scored as well for the Trojans. And the first pitch on the way to her from Pittman. In there, called strike 1.
Hey, what do you say, P? Let's go, P! 32-1, 32-1.
Pittman again will consult the wristband. And the pitch is on the way. The 0-1 is cut on and missed for strike 2. Another big cut there by Johnson comes up empty against Pittman.
Well, that hard rise ball there from Shaley there just swooped up and disappeared into the glove of Bennett. 0-2 the count.
And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and that'll be the second out of the inning. And that'll be the third strikeout of the afternoon for Shaley Pittman. So that's going to bring up the backstop, Zion Blakely. She'll come to the plate with the runner out at second base and 1 out.
Sam, that is a huge second out there with that runner at second base. A chance for Shaley to get out of this inning unscathed.
Blakely with one of the 2 RBIs for Carrollton, with 1 run that scored on a throwing error. First pitch on the way to Blakeney. That misses inside, ball 1. Almost spun Blakeney around in her shoes. Blakeney, back in the box.
31-5.
Pittman looks in, the 1-0 on the way. That one misses upstairs, ball 2.
This is a Carrollton team, Sam, that last year won 20-plus games, a deep playoff run. Cedartown, of course, also with a great year last year, playing over 500 and making it to the Sweet 16.
The 2-0 on the way from Pittman. In there, called strike 1. And that'll take the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. You know, it's just so synonymous when you talk about Carrollton to go ahead and put that word of playoffs in there. It seems like every single team they have, every season, year after year, is a playoff team. 2-1 on the way from Pittman. And that is fouled off of the knob of the bat. And so that'll take the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. You look at their history with football, basketball, baseball. Is this the year that head coach Joey King and the Carrollton Trojans finally break through and bring home another state championship?
Yeah, they've been right on the cusp. I know that's been a big conversation statewide. They certainly have the personnel to do it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one is lifted to the right side. It'll be a chance for Warren, who runs and is just off the tip of her glove, and that'll plate the 4th run of the game. And Carrollton has opened up the lead again to multiple runs as it's a 4-2 score here in the top of the 3rd inning.
I'm telling you, Sam, that was hard for her to judge off the bat. She never had a good read on it. The sun was right in her eyes. That right field corner there is one of the worst places on this field when the sun is starting to set, and Warren just did not have a good eye on that ball, and it sailed over her head just beyond her reach.
Avison will come in to run for Blakeney as a courtesy runner for the catcher out at second base, and that's going to bring up Rucker, who has 1 of the 3 strikeouts that this Carrollton Trojans team has picked up so far tonight. Pittman going to try to make it 2 for 2 on Rucker. First pitch on the way to her, fouled straight back off the screen, strike one. And you're right, had that ball been hit to Warren about an hour and a half from now possibly, she would have had a much better read on it just because of the glare from the sun would be behind the clouds and gone.
I mean, she's literally looking into the sun when she was looking into that ball.
The 0-1 on the way from Pittman, and that is hit to the left side, and that's going to plate another run as that will hit off the fence. Ramey will play it off the fence there and get it into Haney, and it's now 5-2. And Carrollton is back out to a 3-run lead. 3 runs in the first inning and 2 more here in the third.
That ball was smoked, Sam. It hit off one of the ad signs out there. You heard the big thud. And it was absolutely smashed a little bit higher. That ball's out of here.
So this will bring up Peyton White, the designated player who is 0 for 1. She also has a strikeout on her card so far. First pitch on the way from Pittman, and that one is lifted to the left side. Will it stay in play? No, it'll drop in foul territory out in shallow left field, and everybody will have to go back and reset, do it all over again.
I'm not sure who had the better chance to get to that ball, whether it was Waits or if it was Haney from shortstop. But either way, it's out of reach of everybody.
The 0-1 on the way from Pittman. That one's hit the opposite direction to the right side, out of play and foul, and that will roll almost all the way up to the girls' field house before coming to a stop on the grassy knoll.
I got to say this about the surroundings here. There's probably about 5 cameras here, game changer cameras, and I think a parent is probably broadcasting something.
0-2 swing and a miss by White will be the 4th strikeout for Shaylee Pittman in the 3rd out of the inning. Not before Carrollton is able to strike for 2. It's a 5-2 score. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Lady Dawgs Softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
Carrollton strikes for 2 runs to make it a 5-2 lead as we head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Chloe Ramey will lead it off for the Lady Bulldogs. It'll be the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6 for Cedartown to face Key.
Ramey officially, according to Game Changer, is 1 for 1 with an RBI, but we would change that. She reached as a result of an error.
It was a definite error
on the first baseman. So Ramey will climb into the box and she's ready to go to work. Either way, Ramey has been carrying a big bat for the Lady Dogs so far this season.
Either way she reached, that's what matters.
First pitch to her, off speed, hit to the left side, a chance for the shortstop, fires over to first and in time. And if she actually got her, it was by maybe a quarter of a step.
I got to say right now, from my naked eye, she looked safe.
No
like
argument.
She got there at the same time, but I mean, field umpire got to give him the benefit of the doubt there. He was right there on it and called her out.
So that's going to bring up Lexi Bennett. Bennett's 0 for 1. 1 pitch, 1 out so far in this home half of the 3rd inning for the Carrollton Trojans. Key still in the center circle, I should say, on the bump. First pitch on the way to Bennett, in there called strike 1. Again, Key kind of trying to work that outer third of the plate. She's able to get the called strike there on the first pitch to the Cedartown backstop. No balls, 1 strike to count. Pitch on the way. And that one is lifted again to the shortstop. She'll camp out underneath it and make the grab for out number 2. So 3 pitches, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Both balls that were hit to the shortstop, Thornton. We've kept her busy this inning. So that's going to bring up Mariah Westmoreland. Westmoreland hitting in the 6th spot tonight in the lineup. She's searching for her first hit of the afternoon. She'll climb into the left-handed batter's box, and she's ready to go to work. He looks in, gets the sign from Blakeney, and she's ready. First pitch on the way to Westmoreland. That one is lifted to the left side. It'll be a chance for Harley, who will make the grab out in left field for the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing doing.
4 pitches?
4 pitches. Nothing doing for the Lady Dogs in the home half of the 3rd. We'll go to the top of the 4th. Cedartown trails 5-2. Back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dawgs!
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Lady Dogs Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
3 innings in the books and a 3-run lead for the Lady Trojans over the Lady Bulldogs. 5-2 is the score. Each team looks like they're getting a little bit of a respite as we head to the 4th inning. It's a very hot afternoon and the humidity is up there, so each dugout getting a little bit of an extended break to hydrate and get ready to go. When we start play here in a moment, the Lady Bulldogs will be on defense, of course. Carrollton will bring to the plate, looks like 8-9-1.
Sean Smith cut the music. He said, let's play ball, guys.
I guess we're waiting on a little H2O break. While we're waiting, we will remind you that we've got 2 more softball games this week and Football Friday. So counting today, 4 broadcasts in a row for Big Double A Sports. Today versus the Carrollton Trojans. Tomorrow we host the Model Blue Devils out of Floyd County.
Modale.
The Modales. And then he will come down from Shannon, Georgia. And then the Tryon Bulldogs, the Blue Bulldogs, will come down and play the Red and Black Bulldogs on Thursday. And then on Friday, it's the season opener for Cedartown Bulldogs football as Cedartown will host the Ridgeland Panthers. Looking forward to a great football season. The football team looked really good in their opening scrimmage of the season against Hiram. Won that one 21-14. Looking forward to see how the Dogs fare in the 2026 campaign. Of course, Sports Talk Live pregame show will air at 6 o'clock, followed by the locker room report. Sam Branch will be talking to Coach Atha, and then kickoff at 7:30 with a game from the top of the booth. And, of course, Sam will be on the sidelines for that here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. We are ready to go as Shaylee Pittman continues her warm-up tosses. Tyler Maley will get the start for the Atlanta Braves on the mound tonight. He's been good since acquired at the trade deadline.
Yeah, not bad at all. And, the Braves really needed something to bolster that starting rotation, and Maley has done a good job, just hoping that he will be able to continue that success and potentially be one of those arms that we ride very deep into the playoffs this year.
Taylor will lead it off for the Trojans here in the top of the 4th.
So as Mr. Carter said it'll be 8, 9, and 1 due up for Carrollton here in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch on the way from Shaylee Pittman to Taylor is a chopper to the shortstop, or the second baseman, excuse me, and Holtze will field and fire over to first in time for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Lady Dogs.
Well, Shaylee would love a very similar inning to the bottom half of the third, which was 4 pitches, 3 outs. So far, we're off to a good start there with that 1 pitch ground out over there to second base. And Briley Holsey made a great play on it.
Tessie McQuarter will come to the plate now. She is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. And Pittman's ready to go to work. First pitch on the way to her, shows bunt, and it is fouled down the first base side. Strike 1. As you said, very excited to see year number 2 under head coach Tommy Ather, ready to get the football season started. It is going to be a tough one. Cedartown with some very tough opponents. Of course, a region chocked full of some great teams, including Cartersville Purple Hurricanes. I think the Dalton Catamounts are primed to have a really good season this year. The Cass Colonels are always solid. 0-1 on the way is lifted straight back behind the broadcast booth. Strike 2.
Well, I think, of course, Dalton hosts Rockmart week 1 on Friday, so that'll be definitely a good judge to see what kind of team Dalton's going to have. Same goes for Rockmart. Rockmart had no problem with Pepperell last week in their final scrimmage.
No balls, 2 strikes, the count on McQuarter. Pitch on the way to her. It's a chopper to the shortstop this time. Haney fields, fires to first, and Davis is not able to get a hold of that throw. And so Haney, with the bad throw over to first, allows McQuarter to take second base on the bad throw. That one looked low and in the dirt, and Davis just couldn't go down and dig it out. And so Carrollton will have a runner aboard at second with just 1 out in the inning, and we'll go back to the top of the order. It'll be Brianna Harley, who is 0 for 1 with a run scored.
You know, the fan of me wishes she threw to second base, but then the strategist in my head is like, well, you risk a bad throw to second, and then she's at third base.
Yep.
So Davis decided to put it in her pocket.
Especially coming off of 1 mistake. First pitch on the way to her, shows bunt. It is down the third base side, picked up by Pittman. Fires over to first, and another wide throw. And that is going to get away, and that is going to be the 6th run of the game. And Harley is going to cruise into third base. And all of a sudden, the error bug coming back to bite the Lady Bulldogs. And it is a 4-run lead now for Carrollton. Rushed throws have been a nemesis for this Lady Dogs team.
Coach Smith quick to have a meeting with the infield, trying to get him back in focus here.
You know, one thing that we've talked about since the beginning of the season is just the youth in this infield. You've got a freshman in the form of shortstop and second base. You've got a sophomore today that's playing first base. Emmeline Waits over at third is your only returning starter so far in this defensive lineup in the infield. Now, we know that Kinsley Boozer will be back eventually, and she'll fill that hole over at shortstop.
But you're not going to have Boozer for at least another month.
Yep.
Due to her injury, and
you got to figure out how to put out the fire between now and then.
You do. So it's a young infield, and that's been a tough thing for Cedartown to deal with this season so far.
Ariana Harley will come to the plate. She slaps it down the third base side. Pittman will fire. They go to home. Not in time, as Brianna Harley is able to slide underneath the tag. And now it's a 5-run lead, 7-2. They went to home instead of going to first. And it was going to be a close play either way. That bunt down the third base side was just executed to perfection by Ariana Harley. So this is going to bring up Katie Thornton.
Well, you know, Carrollton's smelling blood in the water. They're trying to get every bit of every run they can. That one's going to be slapped down the left side and foul. But I can't blame Shaylee for going home on that play. I know it takes the extra effort on applying the tag because it's on a force at home plate. But still, it was the shorter route to go. So, hindsight's 20/20 on that. But either way, Carrollton trying to small ball us to death here. And so far, they've been able to do it.
0-1 is fouled back over the top of the press box here, and that takes the count to no balls and 2 strikes on Thornton. Thornton is 1 for 2 with a run scored, also has an RBI. pitch on the way. 0-2 is taken high and away. Runner goes. Throw down to second, not in time. And that'll be another stolen base. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Thornton.
And again, the throw was on the mark, but that time it bounced up there.
1-2, cut on and miss for strike 3. That'll be the second out of the inning and the 5th strikeout on the night for Pittman. So this will bring up Peyton Johnson. Johnson 1 for 2, also with a run scored as well as a strikeout. Pittman, the long look into the dugout. Gets the sign, consults the wristband, and she's ready to go to work here against the third baseman for the Trojans. First pitch on the way to her, taken low and in, ball 1. Shoe top level on Johnson. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And the pitch on the way from Pittman. Outside part of the plate, called strike 1. That'll even up the count. I want to say a big congratulations out to all of the Teachers of the Year across the district, and a special congratulations to our good friend, Mr. Matt Foster, Cedartown Middle School Teacher of the Year for the 2026-2027 school year.
Well deserved.
1-1 on the way is lifted, and it is belted deep left field, and that ball is long gone, and that is a 2-run shot for the Trojans, and it is now a 7-run lead for Carrollton, as it is 9-2 here in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, that ball was belted. It almost hit the tennis court concession stand over there. Speaking of which, both Cedartown coaches, tennis coaches, Matt Foster and Matt Bentley, named Teachers of the Year. Matt Bentley named Teacher of the Year at Youngs Grove.
And here comes Coach Smith, and this is going to be a pitching change. One would think, right?
Well, this is the second visit of the inning.
So it's got to be. So we will wait to see who will emerge from the Cedartown dugout, but it is a 9-2 lead for the...
Be Aubrey, I believe.
So it's a 9-2 lead for the Trojans of Carrollton. We'll take a 60-second break, and we'll come back after more here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big AA.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
Your new pitcher will be Aubrey Pittman. She'll take over for Shaylee Pittman. The line on Shaylee, 3 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 9 runs, only 3 of them earned, no walks and 5 strikeouts. And Aubrey Pittman will be the new pitcher. Another defensive, or a couple of defensive changes for Cedartown. Moving from third to first will be Emlyn Waits as Aniston Davis is out of the game, and Shaylee Pittman takes over at third.
Hey, let's go, Z!
So this will bring up Blakeney. She is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs on the night. First pitch on the way to her, and they're called strike 1.
You know, each time that Aubrey has pitched, you know, she pitched in the game against Altoona, looked great in that one inning. She was she threw and was able to get the strike out of the side and gave us a chance in that top of the 7th to come back, but we could not.
The 0-1 on the way. That one just misses ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Nobody on, 2 outs, 4 runs across here in the top of the 4th inning so far. And Carrollton has stretched it out to a 7-run lead as it is 9-2. The 1-1 on the way. That one then there called strike 2. Carrollton striking for 3 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second, or the third, I should say, and then 4 here in the fourth. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Pittman toes the rubber, and the 1-2 on the way. Cut on and missed. Had her fooled all day long, and that'll be the first strikeout for Pittman and the 3rd out of the inning. We'll go to the home half. Cedartown trails by 7 back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
We head now to the bottom half of the 4th inning. It is a 9-2 lead for the Lady Trojans over the Lady Bulldogs here. And it will be Emmeline Waits to lead things off. Aniston Davis is due up. She will bat in her spot. And then Emma Warren is also due up next. After that, so it's 7, 8, and 9 in the Lady Dogs lineup. Key will continue her work. She gave up the 2 runs in the first inning, and ever since, she has kept the Lady Dogs bats at bay.
Emmeline Waits will lead things off. She is 0 for 1 on the night. Waits in the box, ready to go to work. Here comes the first pitch on the way from Key. That is hit to the right side. It'll be a play for the second baseman, who will easily fire over to first for out number 1.
There's been a lot of those tonight. 1 pitch, 1 outs for the Lady Dogs have hit into. And that's just 1 more to add to the list. We'll bring up Aniston Davis, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
The only strikeout on the card for Key. Davis will dig in here with the bases empty and 1 out. Key the look in, first pitch on the way to Davis. And that is hit softly to the shortstop. It'll be a play for Thornton, fires to first and in time for out number 2. 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And this will bring up Emma Warren. Warren is 1 for 1. She had a little bloop single over to the left side in her previous at bat. So Warren climbs in the box. Let's see if we can keep it from being a 3-pitch inning.
Pitch she takes here.
First pitch on the way from Key, and she does, and that misses out of the zone, ball 1.
She probably had the sign, you take whatever, no matter what pitch you get.
That's right. They don't care if they drive it down Frank Lott Drive. Take it. Here comes the 1-0 from Key, and that's in there called strike 1, and that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
In fact, it might even have been you get you a strike first or something. I don't know, but either way. So in the last few innings for Key, she has not had to have a whole lot of pitches to get 6 outs.
1-1 is hit to center field, and it'll be a play for McWhorter, who is there to retire the side in the 3rd out of the inning. Cedartown will go to the top of the 5th inning. We trail by 7, 9-2 your score back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Every great team is built on tradition, trust, and showing up when it matters most. That's the same legacy the Gamage family of Gamage Funeral Home has built both on the field and throughout our community for over 75 years. For generations, they've worn the red and black, cheered on our Bulldogs from the stands, and stood by their side during life's toughest moments. When your family needs compassionate care from people you know and trust, choose Gamage Funeral Home. Gamage Funeral Home, the home of thoughtful service.
Visit Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings to get high-grade performance straight from the commercial Maytag washer assembly line. The Maytag commercial-grade residential washer features a robust build that brings rugged durability to your home laundry room. Shop now at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings and bring home the power of Maytag. Stop in at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings, 539 West Avenue in Cedartown, 770-748-7936 or rudywoods.com.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Lady Dawgs bats go quietly against Key in that bottom half of the fourth. As we head to the fifth, Carrollton up 9-2 over the Lady Bulldogs as Aubrey Pittman will start her first full inning of work.
It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up for Carrollton, Rucker, White, and Taylor. Rucker's 1 for 2 with an RBI and a strikeout. First pitch on the way to her from Aubrey Pittman. Just missed high, ball 1.
I mean, just barely.
A good-looking pitch, in my opinion, but just missed. The 1-0 is hit to the shortstop. It'll be Haney who will field and fire over to first in time for out number 1. So a good start to the top of the fifth. And that's going to bring up Peyton White. White, the designated player, is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
I mean, Cedartown and Carrollton are pretty close in the hit column, but it's been the errors that have made the difference, and, of course, 1 long ball.
And so far, that has kind of been the story of this season. First pitch cut on and missed, had her all kind of confused. She might have even been kerfluffled. No balls, 1 strike to count.
Just to quote the late, great Skip Carey, a lot of room in right center field.
And the 0-1 is hit right back up the middle, and it's going to be a 1-out single, for White, and that'll be her first hit of the night. So a runner aboard for the Trojans will bring out the first baseman, Kylie Taylor. Taylor is 0 for 2. She'll climb in the box ready to go to work.
0-1-4.
1 on, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. And the pitch on the way from Pittman. Cut on and missed for strike 1. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. 106.1 FM, AM 1340, and across our social media platforms, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, as well as on the NFHS network. The 0-1 on the way from Pittman. That one misses in the dirt. Ball 1. That'll even up the count at a ball and a strike. As we prepare for Cedartown High School football season, we encourage you to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter. We try to post score updates throughout the game live in case you're unable to attend or listen. 1-1 on the way. It's a chopper to Haney at short. She'll field, fire to second to get the lead runner, and then they will fire over to first, but not in time, as it looked like Holtze struggled with the transfer there a little bit, but you do get the lead runner at second, and you get the second out of the inning.
In one motion, she might get that base runner at first base, but I think she didn't. She did what we've done a little too much this year, is hurrying up those throws and then throwing it away. She didn't do that. She took her time to throw. It just wasn't in time, but we do get the second out on the fielder's choice.
So that's going to bring up McWhorter, who is 0 for 2 with a run scored. First pitch on the way to her is fouled off at the plate for strike 1. Chris McKelvey is also a good one to follow on X if you want score updates throughout CHS football games.
By the way, Chris McKelvey back on Facebook.
Yeah, he is. Snook is back. Hide your kids, hide your wives. Snook is back. Back again. No balls, 1 strike to count. Pitch on the way. And that's a softly hit ball, but it gets past Pittman. They do fire to second. Haney fielded and fired to second, and Holtze was there, and he gets the safe call in, and as soon as he does, Coach Smith is out to argue.
I mean, she was out by a couple of steps.
Well, unless the umpire can say that Holtze did not have her foot on the bag. Because the throw clearly beat Taylor, who did not attempt to slide in. Now, Taylor does wear a pretty big brace on her knee, on that left knee, so she may not be able to slide at all for fear of aggravating whatever injury she already has. The umpires are going to get together and chit-chat about it.
I seriously doubt this call gets overturned.
Yeah.
Safe is the call.
And I think that's one they missed. Again, the only thing that I can think of is if the field umpire's call was safe because for whatever reason Holtze did not have her foot on the bag.
I mean, that's all I can imagine it being, because literally they were there in plenty of time to get her. But
so we will have a pinch runner come out for Taylor, and it'll be Reagan Hill. So she will be your lead runner out at second base, and McWhorter is your lead runner over at first. Or excuse me, not your lead runner, but your runner over at first. And we'll go back to the top of the order, and it's going to be Brianna Harley. She is 0 for 2, but she scored 2 runs. She led this game off with a first pitch off the shoulder. First pitch on the way to her from Aubrey Pittman, hit right back up the middle, and it's stopped by Holtze, but she is not able to field it. They'll fire into home anyways, and the run does score as she had the green light all the way around.
Well, with 2 outs, you can run on contact, and good job by the third base coach there by Carrollton, knowing the situation, was waving her around the whole time. On a ball that was in the infield, the runner scores from second base to give Carrollton their double-digit runs and an 8-run lead, 10-2 here in the top of the 5th.
First pitch on the way to Ariana Harley is low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 1 run in, 2 runners on, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Carrollton is now struck for at least 1 run in every inning outside of the second. 1-0 is cut on and missed, and that will even up the count at 1 ball or 1 strike. That breaking ball that Aubrey is able to throw, it just disappears out of the zone.
It really does. And even that ball that was hit that scored that run just now was an out pitch. But unfortunately, we weren't able to turn it.
1-1 on the way. That one misses upstairs. That'll take the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-1 on the way, and that is hit down the first base side and foul. I'm going to go with the magic number of 5, and here's how I got to 5.
Okay.
2 buses for the football team, 2 buses for the band, and a bus for the cheerleaders.
Makes sense.
That's what I'm going.
Now, Carrollton band, at least when I was coming up, and I'm sure it's the same way now, was one of the biggest bands in the state of Georgia.
Well, and that's why I gave him 2. And I was honestly thinking as I said that, you might even have to push it out to 3.
Honestly, you might.
2-2 on the way, misses low and away for ball 3, and that'll take the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a payoff pitch on the way from Aubrey Morris with 2 on and 2 outs and 1 run already in. Pittman will get the sign. And here's the payoff pitch. Cut on and miss, strike 3. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Trojans are able to strike for a run. They're in double digits, and it's an 8-run lead. We'll go to the bottom half of the 5th. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. high-quality hand-cut meats and produce, and low-priced national brand name dry groceries, and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown, across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
This is Andy Harris, president of Coosa Valley Credit Union, inviting you to come see us for your auto loan needs. If you're buying a car or refinancing your current auto loan, at Coosa Valley Credit Union, you'll get one of the lowest interest rates in the market. Now, auto loan rates are as low as 3.99 APR when you open an account with a direct deposit. Coosa Valley Credit Union is local and nearby in Northwest Georgia. Plus, you'll always speak to a real person when dealing with us. That's what we call kinder banking.
Contact 706-235-8551 for more details. Equal opportunity lender.
Lady Dogs Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
We head now to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Cedartown has got to score in this inning, or the run rule will apply here. We got the top of the order to lead off. It'll be Shaylee Pittman, who becomes the designated player. No, she's playing third base, beg your pardon, but she will stay in her spot in the top of the lineup. Pittman, Holsey, and Haney due up here in the top of the 5th inning. Cedartown, as I mentioned before, must score a run for the game to continue.
Pitching change. It'll be Chloe Norton that will take over for Key. Key would go 4 innings, 2 runs, both of them earned on just 5 hits and 1 strikeout. And now we're ready to go.
Shaylee Pittman 2 for 2 with a run scored.
First pitch on the way to Pittman. Misses outside, ball 1.
Some hard stuff there from the new hurler for Carrollton.
Tell you, popping the leather.
Swinging that arm. Swinging it up to the plate.
And the 1-0 on the way. And that one's taken upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to count on Cedartown's Shaylee Pittman. Pittman would get the start in the game, but then move over to third base. So she keeps her spot in the batting order. And the 2-0 on the way, and that one is going to catch the outside part of the plate, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. And the 2-1 on the way from Norton is chopped foul at the plate for strike 2. Count now even at 2-2 against Pittman. You know, I've been hitting this magic red button over here all game long, and absolutely nothing is happening. I'm very disappointed. 2-2 pitch on the way. Misses well outside, ball 3. I wonder if this is what Donald Trump's Diet Coke button looks like.
I think it might be a little bigger than that one. That button is about the size of a
a nickel?
Yeah.
Somewhere between a dime.
I would think the Diet Coke button would be the size of That Was Easy button.
Payoff pitch is fouled down.
You remember That Was Easy button
that
Office Depot had for a while? Yeah.
That was easy.
That was easy, yes. I mean, that one looks like a button you would push on a F-16 to launch a missile.
Well, no missiles out of the press box, or at least not yet. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Another payoff pitch on the way to Pittman. That's chopped back up the middle. It'll be a play for the second baseman. She cannot field it cleanly, is Rucker. And Shaylee Pittman will be aboard to lead off this home half of the 5th inning. She got to it, and it just took a funny hop on her, and then she wasn't able to clean it up. We will see how they will score that, and it will be an error on the second baseman, Rucker. So this will bring up Briley Holtzy. Holtzy 1 for 2, the run scored. Pitch on the way to her in the dirt. Good stop back behind the plate by Blakeney. Keep that one in front of her, and Shaylee Pittman over at first base. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Pitch on the way from Norton, and that is hit straight back up the middle, and that is going to get through, and Cedartown has runners now at first and second with nobody out. Do you start to employ a little bit of your speed here if you're the Lady Dogs on the base path? Possible double steal brewing?
Could be. I mean, you're not going to – I don't know if you're going to bunt here with these bats coming up, but, you know, I could be wrong.
Mary Grace Haney will come to the plate. Haney is 0 for 2. First pitch to her is taken upstairs, ball one. Haney does have an RBI credited to her, though.
Yeah, we were leading off the bag on the pitch, so we'll see if we're actually going all the way here.
And the 1-0 is in the dirt, and there goes Pittman. She's going to take off for third, and she is in there safely. And then Holtze will move up to second. The throw was there in time, but not the tag, as Pittman is able to swipe the bag, and Cedartown now with runners at second and third. Nobody out, and a 2-0 count on Mary Grace Haney at the plate. And the pitch on the way to her is well outside, ball three.
Well, if Pittman can score, this game continues past this inning. The 8-run lead with no outs here and a 3-0 count for Carrollton.
And that one is behind Haney, and so she will head down to first base, and that is going to be a 4-pitch walk to the shortstop, Mary Grace Haney. And that's going to bring up Chloe Ramey. Ramey will climb in the box with the bases full of Lady Dogs and nobody out. The problem is we have been here before, as recently as Thursday. Bases loaded, nobody out. Lady Dogs weren't able to do anything with it.
Well, I feel pretty good with Chloe up here. 1 for 2 with an RBI. She can drive the ball.
First pitch on the way to Ramey as a chopper to the right side. It'll be a play for Rucker. They'll go to first for the out, and the run does score. So there is the margin cut that you needed it to extend the game, and it's now 10-3. Runners move up to second and third. Holtze now your lead runner at third, and Mary Grace Haney at second. Again, a couple of speedy runners out on the base pads for the Lady Dogs, and this will bring up Lexi Bennett. Bennett is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. First pitch on the way to her, taken well out. Whoa! Wow. Did we see the same pitch? Strike one call.
That was 2 feet outside, but a called strike one.
No balls, 1 strike to count. And the pitch. That one is hit to the right side, but out of play foul as it lands just beyond the Carrollton dugout into the rock quarry. They'll send in the miners a little later to see if they can recover that one.
No telling what they might find.
And the 0-2 on the way to Bennett, and that one is taken well outside, ball one.
Wait for it.
Yeah, I jumped the gun on the first one. If I jumped the gun on that one, so be it. Because that was well outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Lexi Bennett. And here comes the pitch from Norton. Cut on and missed, strike 3. That'll be the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Mariah Westmoreland. Lady Dogs only needed 1 to keep the game going, but you'd like to add more here with runners in scoring position, and Cedartown's inability to score those runners has plagued them the last several games. First pitch on the way to Mariah Westmoreland. And that was hit right back up the middle, and that'll plate both of them. Holtze around, Haney in, and Westmoreland with a 2-out, 2 RBI single. Hey, that cuts the lead in half. It's 10-5.
First time Cedartown has scored, Sam, since the first inning. We scored 2 runs. It was a 3-2 game at that point. The Lady Dogs are another swing, another run away from being right back in this game.
Evelyn Waits will come to the plate with runner over at first base and 2 outs. Waits is 0 for 2 on the night. Aniston Davis on deck for Cedartown. And the first pitch on the way to her from Norton, taken outside. Wait, did he call that one a strike too? He did. Buddy, he has given a whole lot of real estate on that outside part of the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way from Norton. That one is low, ball 1. That'll even have to count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Norton comes set, and the pitch on the way. That one's in there, called strike 2. That one looked a little up in the zone maybe, but Norton gets the call. You know, it is almost November, and that's typically when I go to the optometrist. 1-2 on the way. Called strike 3 on yet again another pitch that was out of the zone. That'll end the inning, but not before the Lady Dogs are able to strike 4-3. It is a 10-5 score. We will go to the top of the 6th inning. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Cedartown strikes for 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 10-5 score as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Back over to my good friend and broadcast partner, Andrew Carter, for the call.
Thank you, Sam. First pitch of the at-bat is low for ball 1. This is Thornton at the plate. And she... As I switch over to my game changer here, first the pitch to her, a slow pitch, and it's ball 1. Ball 2, beg your pardon, 2-0.
11-5.
Our score bug is acting up today, so we do apologize for that. 2-0 pitch is driven to left field. Coming in on it is Chloe Ramey. She'll be there. She'll make the catch, and that'll be out number 1. So Ramey will retire Thornton. Thornton is now 1 for 3. That'll bring up, or now 1 for 4. That'll bring up Johnson. Johnson is 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs.
43-2, 43-2. Let's go, P.
First pitch to her is a strike call.
Great job. Let's go, P. Here we go, P. Yeah, P. Yeah, P. 31-5. Yeah, P.
Aubrey to the plate, and it's a little nubber to shortstop on the short hop throw to first. Great play there by Mary Grace Haney. That was a very softly hit ball there that bounced and had some crazy backspin. Slowed down though, but Haney able to pick it up cleanly, throws over to second base in time for the second out. Good play all around there in the 6-3 put out as Johnson is retired. And that should be Blakeney who's now at the plate, I think. It is. And Blakeney will hit a bouncing ball to third. Shaylee Pittman throws high and pulls her off the bag. That'll be an E5. So a 2-out base runner, and the errors continue to pile up for the Lady Bulldogs. That is error number 4 to my calculation for the home team. So free out. And Rucker, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI and a strikeout, will dig in against Aubrey Pittman. And the pitch on the way to her misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Carrollton up 10-5. Cedartown with a 3 spot in the bottom half of the 5th to continue the game. 1-0 pitch. Fly ball short left field, and a running catch there by Mary Grace Haney to retire the side. That was a great running catch there by Haney, nobody else was going to get to that. Haney had the best shot. That'll leave the runner stranded at first base. No harm on the error. We head now to the bottom half of the sixth. It's Carrollton 10 and Cedartown 5. We'll be back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Oil changes, new tires or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dawgs!
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Aniston Davis will lead it off for the Lady Bulldogs as we begin the bottom half of the sixth inning. A very quick inning, despite the one error. Aubrey Pittman has done well in relief, and a great defensive play there by Mary Grace Haney to end the inning on that running catch. Here's Aniston Davis. Davis will bounce one foul at the plate for strike one. Davis is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. One of 3 Lady Dogs strikeouts. Bennett and Waits with the other 2. Norton with the 0-1. Strike 2 called to Davis. And it's 0-2. Sam Branch, Andrew Carter with you live from Cedartown softball field here at Cedartown High School. Frank Lott drive. 0-2 pitch misses away. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You know, I know we're not a big fan of naming things after people, and I understand that, and to an extent I can appreciate that.
I know where you're going with this one.
But could we officially name the softball and baseball field something?
I have a name in mind, but no one will listen to me. Low and in for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'd like to hear it.
McKelvey Field.
Hey, listen.
It really should be. Chris
there.
is about to text me with
for it.
With horror in his 2-2 on the way. Hit foul toward the right side. I mean, he was the one who brought fast pitch softball to Cedartown High School.
Yep.
And he's the reason why this field exists. So why not? But Polk School District doesn't name things after people anymore. I think Doc Ayers Field was the last thing they named after anybody. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Davis. Catches the inside corner for called strike 3. That'll be the second strikeout of Davis, and that was a very borderline call. That'll be out number 1, and here comes Emma Warren. I could think of names of facilities. I would say for the Fine Arts Complex, the John Thomas Complex, the John Thomas Performing Arts Center, or the Bill Supon Performing Arts Center, something like that. Another inside pitch. That one did miss. Ball 1.
Well, I think you've got a current
Chris Reeves,
drama director that would argue about that, but
Chris Reeves though has been there. He's been there 30 years, and he definitely would deserve to have a name if anybody. Outside their ball 2 balls and no strikes. But you go to some school systems like Paulding County, for instance. Their elementary schools are named after people. The middle schools are named after directions. There's a pop to right side. The second baseman, Rucker, will make the catch for the second out. And if you think about all the school names here in Polk County, they're either named after the town, or they're named after the community they're in, or the direction they're in. The only exception of that was when Perks Middle School was still open, and it was named after Mr. James E. Perks, who was a former superintendent and principal. 2 gone. Here's Shaylee Pittman back to the top of the order. Norton deals to her, and it's a called strike inside corner. And again, that's a very close pitch to hitting her. It's getting called a strike.
It is, and you know, again, as we said earlier, as long as Blue's going to give it to you, live there, and Norton's doing that.
0-1, a high chopper, going to be a tough play. I don't know if they get her. No chance. She'll just put it in her pocket. Good decision there by Thornton. Infield hit for Shaylee Pittman. She's at first base with 2 outs.
I will say this. I understand not naming. I get that. But I do think you do a disservice to some people that certainly deserve it. And for the Cedartown High School football press box to not be named the Frank Burgess press box blows my mind.
Runner goes. It's a ground ball to first base. It'll be played there by Taylor. She'll tag the bag. That'll be out number 3. And that will end the 6th inning. Top of the 7th coming up. We'll be back after this 60-second break. Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
First pitch from Carrollton here in the top of the 7th inning is drilled to the left side as Chloe Ramey not able to get there.
Yeah, Peyton White with a drive that's even with Chloe playing in her normal depth, I mean, that ball was hit so hard she had to backpedal. She backpedaled as far as she could not get to it. And Carrollton with a leadoff double here in this top of the 7th inning. So White is aboard, and Taylor at the plate. It's a foul ball to the right side, strike 1. Been several extra base hits for the Carrollton Trojans today. Shaylee over there to give a little pep talk to Aubrey.
7, 8, 9 due up here in the top of the 7th for Carrollton.
0-1, bounces up there. Runner goes for third. High throw. Good job there by Shaylee Pittman to keep it from going in the outfield. Bennett had trouble getting to it. Then she rushed the throw, and it sailed on her. But again, Pittman able to keep it in front. And now White stands at third base in a 1-1 count. And the 1-1 on the way. That's a tapper toward third base, going to roll foul, 1-2.
Taylor is 0 for 3 on the night, still searching for her first hit.
Top of the 7th inning, 10-5 lead for Carrollton. They struck for 3 in the top of the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th. Held scoreless in the 2nd and 6th innings. 1-2 pitch, line right side, that'll be a foul ball. And it's a good thing because no one was anywhere near that ball. Emma Warren in right field was running it down. If that ball is fair, we're looking at a triple probably. But it wasn't. It was outside the foul line.
Shaylee Pittman got the start and went 3 2/3. She gave up what would end up being 9 runs, 3 of those earned on 6 hits and 5 strikeouts.
1-2 pitch, bounced up there as Bennett kept it in front of her. A good job there to keep the runner at third from coming home. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Braves trail the Twins 2-0 through 3 innings up in Minneapolis. at Target Field. 2-2 pitch, a breaking ball that just missed upstairs for ball 3.
Little Target field for you.
Hey, win it. Let's go. Come on.
Full count now on Taylor, and Pittman's going to have to make a payoff pitch here with a runner over at third and nobody out.
And here it is. And it misses inside, ball 4.
So that'll put runners on the corners for Carrollton. And that's going to bring up the number 9 spot in the batting order. Tessie McWhorter, she is 1 for 3 with a run scored.
Tomorrow, Cedartown softball back in action against Model. 5:30 first pitch for that one on Wednesday. Then Thursday, 5:30 first pitch here against Tryon. And then, of course, football Friday. Sports Talk Live pregame show at 6. Coaches report at 7 and kickoff at 7:30 against Ridgeland. That pitch misses upstairs. And it's a 1-ball, no strike count. A very quick throw back into the middle of the circle there from Bennett. Nobody out, runners at the corners. 1-0 pitch on the way. Line hard and foul. It's going to land over there toward the restrooms that Sam had to visit earlier.
Absolutely. Fine facilities.
And I'm glad you found an unlocked door.
You and me both, my friend.
Yes.
That pitch at McWhorter fouled off. It was one of those breaking ball slow pitches that Pittman throws, but she left that one up just a little bit too high, and McWhorter was able to get bat on it.
1-1 pitch on the way. There's a little chopper. That's a swinging bunt and no chance to get anybody. I don't even know if she fields that cleanly she's going to get anybody. That should be an infield hit.
Yep.
And it's the 11th run for Carrollton. It's now 11-5. Runners now at first and second. So that's a hit all the way.
Yep, Taylor is the lead runner out at second base. McWhorter is aboard at first, and we'll go back to the top of the order now to Brianna Harley.
That's the 10th hit for Carrollton. They lead 11-5, a 6-run lead here with nobody out still. Cedartown still looking for that first out here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, gotta get an out here if you're the Lady Dogs. Just get it to the bottom of the 7th.
The lefty Harley digs in. She hits it in the air. A line drive to left center field. A running catch there by Mariah Westmoreland. What a great running catch. That may be the first ball she has that's been hit her way tonight. And she made a great running play for the first out. Nobody advances on the play.
So that'll bring up Ariana Harley. She is 0 for 3, 2 runs scored, an RBI and a strikeout.
Hey, let's go, Ari. Go, Ari. 21-5. 21-5. Come on, man.
Another left-handed bat. And that one just misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Grounded toward first. That's going to sneak through. Red light at third base. The bases will be loaded as Emma Warren hauls it in.
You know, we talked to Coach Smith at the end of baseball season last year when the schedule came out, and he alluded to why the schedule was built the way that it was, and I think he was referencing, without directly referencing, these 3 non-region games. You got to get quality wins against quality opponents.
Thornton will take a strike. It's 0-1.
And this was an opportunity for the Lady Dogs to pick up a couple of quality wins against non-region quality opponents, and so far the Lady Dogs struggling here in the first, but I think it is also safe to say that out of the 3, this is the toughest team we'll face.
Hit hard to left field. It's going to be down and all the way to the fence. 2 runs are going to score. It's a 2-run double, and it's 13-5.
Chloe got turned around out in left field, and by the time she was able to get a good read on it, it was already going to be past her, so she had to play it off the wall, or off the fence, I should say, and get it in as quickly as possible. And that is going to prompt a visit from the dugout, and it'll be Coach Jay Johnson that'll come out and conference with Lexi Bennett and Aubrey Pittman.
13 hits and 13 runs for the Lady Trojans.
That was probably her saying, look, kid, this is your game. You got to close it out for us.
Right.
There is nobody in the pen. It's just you. So that's going to bring up It'll be Johnson, the third baseman, who is 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, as well as a strikeout on her card for the night.
That one, I think, no, I guess it didn't hit her.
It was close.
It was inside, though. Ball 1, and it bounced up there as well. 1-0 to count. Aubrey, 2 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Swing and a foul ball at the plate, 1-1. Aubrey has thrown 45 pitches for 30 strikes. One ball, 1 strike, 1 gone. 13-5 lead for Carrollton. Grounded towards shortstop. It's going to get past the diving try. That's going to score 2 runs, and it's going to make it a 15-5 lead for the Lady Trojans. It just snuck past Haney's outstretched glove, and the base runners were off to the races there, and both Harley and Thornton come around to score, and it's a 10-run lead.
Tough go of it here for the Lady Dogs tonight. Only 2 innings of work when they did not allow a run.
Blakeney will hit it on the ground toward third. That's going to get past the third baseman, Aubrey, or rather Shaylee Pittman. And the throw will come into third base. It's going to be a double. Runners on second and third, still only 1 out. And Carrollton is smashing us to death here in this 7th inning.
Well, and you wonder as well with the adjustment that has to be made for the hitters when they come in to go up against Aubrey.
Coach Johnson is going to, or rather Coach Smith is going to come out. Second visit of the inning, that's going to be a pitching change. So it's going to be the end of the line for Aubrey Pittman, and I wonder if Shaylee will go back in there to pitch again, and that might be what's about to take place. We'll let you know what it is. Second and third, 1 out. The Lady Trojans have plated 5 runs in this inning and lead it by a score of 15-5. Back after 60 seconds on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Welcome back as we had a very short warm-up time there for Shaylee Pittman. The first pitch she throws is belted to left center field and out of here for a 3-run home run by Rucker, and it's now 18-5. So Shaylee re-greeted again rudely on the first pitch that was absolutely scorched out of here to left center field. So that'll bring up White.
White's 2 for 4, has scored a run.
Swinging, and she fouls it away to the right side. It will land over toward the girls' field house here at CHS.
White has also struck out 2 times.
18 runs on 16 hits for the Lady Trojans. 0-1 on the way. Hard line drive foul. Look out, crowd over there just past the third base dugout, 0-2.
So can I ask a question?
Sure.
And this is to both of you guys. So as we know at Allatoona, Lexi was called out at the plate because she stepped out of the box because the line was gone, right? So I'll wait for the pitch, and then I'll ask my question.
0-2 on the way. His little chopper to third base. Going to be a chance for Waits, and she bobbles. That's going to be another E5, or another error, I should say, and still yet to get that second out.
So if they can be called out at the plate for stepping out of the box, why does the umpire allow them to readjust the dirt where the line is and essentially wipe part of the line away when they get ready to go into the box? I mean, I know at some point it's going to go away, right, just from traffic, but it just...
Taylor takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Kind of seems like, well, if you're going to call them out for stepping out of the line, why do you let them erase the line? No, she hit back. She was out.
0-1 is swung and missed for strike 2. It's 0-2.
I don't know. Just an observation.
I'm still just
an observation from a dumb broadcaster.
Well, and again, it's not something in the 10 years I've broadcasted Lady Dawgs softball, first time I've ever seen it. That's outside for ball 1 ball and 2 strikes. You know, and again, this Lady Dawgs team, we've seen them this season play just flawless softball. Again, in that Cartersville game, most of that game, it was an absolute perfect game. Swing and a miss for strike 3 as Taylor's down on strikes for out number 2. So, Sam, we know this team can play well. It's just they've got to put it all together, and in this game they've not been able to do that. Pitching and defense has been an issue in this ballgame.
Well, and the defensive issues just compounds when you struggle in the circle.
Here's McWhorter again. Second time in this inning. She's going to hit a base hit to left field on the ground past shortstop. They'll put runners on first and second with 2 gone.
And then when you just compound those issues, they just build upon themselves all throughout the night. And you run into a situation where you're then committing unforced errors by rushing throws and trying to field the ball before it gets to you.
Pitch on the way is going to miss outside, 1 ball and no strikes. 18 runs, 17 hits for the Lady Trojans. They've committed 2 errors, Cedartown with 5. Call strike inside corner there to her. It's 1-1. White at second, McWhorter at first base, and the 1-1. Chopper to shortstop. And that's going to get through for a base hit. Throw goes to home, and they got her. Throw to third, and she is safe. But that was going to be out number 3 anyway. And that will end the top of the 7th inning. Carrollton plates 8 runs to add to what was a 5-run lead. They now lead it by a whole bunch. We head now to the bottom half of the 7th. And we'll be back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network.
Every great team is built on tradition, trust, and showing up when it matters most. That's the same legacy the Gamage family of Gamage Funeral Home has built both on the field and throughout our community for over 75 years. For generations, they've worn the red and black, cheered on our Bulldogs from the stands, and stood by their side during life's toughest moments. When your family needs compassionate care from people you know and trust, choose Gamage Funeral Home. Gamage Funeral Home, the home of thoughtful service.
Visit Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings to get high-grade performance straight from the commercial Maytag washer assembly line. The Maytag commercial-grade residential washer features a robust build that brings rugged durability to your home laundry room. Shop now at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings and bring home the power of Maytag. Stop in at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings, 539 West Avenue in Cedartown, 770-748-7936 or rudywoods.com.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
8 runs across for the Trojans in the top of the 7th inning makes it an 18-5 score as we head to the home half of the 7th. Last chance for the Lady Dawgs. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. Due up Mary Grace Haney to lead things off.
Norton deals to her, and it's going to be in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
Big congratulations, Cedartown girls varsity volleyball. They played host to Rockmart and Cass and they defeated both squads.
Way to go. Region win there for volleyball. Strike called. 1-1 the count now to Mary Grace Haney.
That courtesy of our broadcast partner, Joe McClendon.
Joe Mack with a special interest in,
that's right,
in Cedartown volleyball. 1-1. That's a base hit. Rolled past third base, and it's going to be a single, the second hit of the day for Haney. Check that, the third hit of the day for Haney. She's now 3 for 5.
Good piece of hitting there for her. And this will bring up Chloe Ramey. Ramey 1 for 3, 2 RBIs on the night.
Check that. That's Hulsey who had 2 hits. She's now 1 for 3 as Haney, and Chloe, as you mentioned, does have that 1 hit. That's a bouncing ball foul to the left side. Strike 1. Oh, 1. Misses outside. A snap throw down to first base, and Haney is back in there in time.
Yeah, she had a big lead out at first, like she was wanting to try to swipe that bag.
Is it 0-2?
0-2.
Okay.
Is the count.
Here is the 0-2. Off the glove of the pitcher, up the middle, base hit. First and second, nobody out. That ball was scorched there by Ramey. Picks up her second hit of the day.
I think Norton did a good job just to get some leather on it and slow it down a little bit. When she did, of course, it deflected it, but Thornton still not able to get to it from her spot at shortstop.
That might have been more of a defensive move on the part of Norton to keep the ball from hitting her in the face mask.
Absolutely. So that'll bring up Lexi Bennett. Runners at first and second. Nobody out.
Bennett hitless today in 3 tries. She'll take outside for ball 1. Top of the 5th inning, still a 2-0 lead for the Twins over the Braves. 1-0 pitch here is fouled at the plate, 1-1.
Coming up on 8:45. It is rapidly approaching my bedtime.
Getting close. The 1-1. Low and in. 2-1 the count. Makes me very thankful that most of these games this season are not doubleheaders.
I agree. Absolutely. Those make for some long nights in March and April.
You're not kidding. 2-1 pitch. Just missing outside. 3-1. Yeah, that was one schedule change that I was very happy to see this season. 3-1 on the way. Missing high and away, ball 4. That's going to load the bases with nobody out.
It's going to bring up Mariah Westmoreland, who had a big hit in her last at bat. She's 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. So maybe a chance for the Lady Dogs to tack on a few runs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Carrollton would strike for 3 runs in the first inning, 2 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 8 runs in the 7th inning. Cedartown plating 3 in the 5th and 2 in the 1st.
Let's see if she can add a couple more RBIs with a base hit here. Takes it way outside to the lefty, ball 1. 1-0 the count to the Cedartown center fielder. The pitch is fouled back. It's 1-1.
That one for a moment looked like it was coming towards our direction. Missed me, though.
Headed back to the football practice field. 1-1 pitch on the way from Norton. Didn't mean to. Slaps it in the left center field. It's going to be caught, though, by the shortstop, and there'll be no advance by anybody. And that'll be out number 1. I thought it was going to go a little bit deeper than that, but it stays in the infield dirt. And that'll be the first out of the 7th.
Yeah, that one did look like it had a little bit more carry off of it right off of the bat. Going to have a pinch hitter come in for Emlyn Waits. It's going to be Gracie Andrews. So she'll grab a bat and hit here. 1 out in the inning.
For the Lady Dogs, number 2, Gracie
Andrews with the chance to pick up a couple of RBIs if she can make contact here and drive one through the infield.
Gracie has already made an appearance in this game as a courtesy runner. She ran for Lexi Bennett, I believe, when she walked earlier in the game. Bases full. Haney at third, Ramey at second, Bennett at first, or at least the courtesy runner for Bennett, or that is Bennett at first. She'll run for herself. Pitch on the way is fouled off. 0-1.
Good swing by Gracie there.
Cedartown scored 3 runs in the 5th inning, 2 runs in the first to account for their 5. Looking for some runs here in this inning. 0-1. Called strike over the outside corner, 0-2.
Turned out to be a pretty pleasant night here at the ballpark.
It sure did. 0-2 on the way. Swung and foul tip for strike 3. That'll be out number 2. And the last opportunity for the Lady Bulldogs will fall to Aniston Davis.
Davis 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Also grounded out earlier in the game. Looking for her first hit tonight.
See if Annie can extend the game here. Davis will take a called strike. 0-1. Inside part of the plate, just nicked the corner. It's a good thing ABS is not in high school sports. There's no telling. That one just missing.
Could
ball
you
1.
Imagine how much that would prolong a game.
Oh, goodness.
In high school sports.
And again, no disrespect to high school umpires. There's no disrespect intended there. It's just the fact of the matter is that's a swing and a miss for strike 2. The strike zones in high school and the strike zones in the majors are 2 different things. But, I mean, it would definitely prolong the game. The ABS challenge system has prolonged Major League Baseball games in some ways. Lady Dogs down to their final strike. 1-2 on the way to Davis, and she'll foul it off to stay alive. Count stays at 1-2. Yeah, again, no disrespect intended at all. I mean, being an official is something that I would not want to do myself just because of the scrutiny that comes with it. 1-2 pitch. Outside for ball 2. The football stadium lights.
I was going to say,
switched on.
Doc Ayers is lit up.
Of course, over there, those are the LED lights here on campus. They immediately illuminate here. If these lights were switched on, they'd probably take about a minute and a half to warm up. 2-2. That's hit hard but foul, out of play toward the bathroom hut. 2-2. That's what you would call it, right? Bathroom hut?
I like it. I think that's an appropriate term for that facility. Maybe we should stick a name on it. I got a few suggestions.
2-2 pitch. Fouled away to the left side. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Talk with Norton and third baseman Johnson. And he'll climb back in the box ready to go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Here's the pitch. That one hits her on the thigh. She'll take her base
any way you can, right?
Will take the RBI the easy way, but maybe not the
easiest way.
Easiest way. She'll take the base, and it's now 18-6.
Yeah, Lady Dogs will be back in action tomorrow. We will play host to the Modell Blue Devils, and then we will play host to the Tryon Bulldogs on Thursday. And that will end the 3 straight non-region competitions, and then we'll jump right back into region play as we will go on the road to Cartersville.
Emma Warren will ground it toward shortstop. throw on to first will end the game, and that'll present a final score of Carrollton 18 and Cedartown 6. 18 runs on 18 hits, 1 error for the Carrollton Lady Trojans, 6 runs on 10 hits, and 5 errors for the Lady Bulldogs. For yours truly, Andrew Carter, my broadcast partner Sam Branch, and Gail Connor back at the radio station, wishing you a very pleasant evening. And we'll talk to you next time the Lady Dogs play here on the Big Double A, which will be tomorrow. 5:30 first pitch, Cedartown versus Model here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network. Good night and God bless. And thank you for joining us here on the Big Double A.
W291 is Cedartown. Your home for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs. AM 1340 and now 106.1 FM WGA.